So let's talk Parenthood.
Okay.
I've got to say, it's one of the most underrated shows on television, it seems like these days.
Thank you.
What do you think people who aren't watching should know about the show?
No, I think Parenthood, it's a show that if you're a parent or even if you're a teenager, you can sit down and watch and feel like you're not necessarily alone in the world. And I feel like that's one of our great strengths is every episode I find myself relating to a new person that I didn't expect to relate to. And it's just this really wonderful family, the Braverman family. It follows the lives of the four siblings and their struggles with trying to be better parents every day. And they're often failing miserably. And I'm just often struck by how moving it is. And thankfully how much it lacks melodrama. I feel like it's real, honest drama.
Yeah, and I mean that's always good to see on television because there's not a lot of that, not a lot of those things that are really realistic.
Right. There's a lot of histrionics and people pretending to be hurt by things, and they aren't out. I do a lot of the press junket, and people want really juicy bits on our show, and I don't feel like I can give them anything. Cars aren't being blown up and overturned. There's no riots. There's no who shot JR. It's just people trying to be better at their jobs, which is raising kids. So.
Well, there is a little bit of drama for you. I mean, is there any luck with the baby department?
Still plugging away in the baby department. The most recent thing is we're trying to have a baby around my wife's cycle.
Yeah.
And that gets pretty complicated because there's a lot of family events in the middle of planning this baby to come into the world. So chaos ensues.
Do you want to see them have? I mean, do you want that plot point to be? Or do you want them to struggle with it a little bit longer?
I think struggling with the second child is going to be really worthwhile. I mean, they're both two pretty driven people.
Yeah.
Obviously, Julia, has packed her day with a lot of wonderful, she's a pretty driven woman, and we get to see that Joel's pretty driven as well this season. So adding one more child to the mix, it's just like life. It's really trying to find a balancing act.
Yeah. How is it to shoot this big family scenes? Because it seems like it must when all the families are together. Is it like chaos on the set? Is it like a big reunion?
Yeah, it's pretty chaotic. Yeah. Those days I actually just kind of, I'm not that worried because I just feel like I'm sitting at a table with people I really respect and admire, and I just get to hang out with great people. So it's pretty chaotic for the group having to record it because there's so much improvisation and sort of a lot of alphas in the Braverman family.
Yes.
There's a lot of
Putting it mildly.
There's a lot of talking over one another. So I'm thankful to be much like Joel, just kind of letting it all go by and appreciating it while I can.
Is there anything you'd like to see happen for Joel this season that you haven't perhaps filmed yet?
No, you know what? I'm interested to see what happens with the construction. When he does decide to go back. We saw little glimpses of it at the beginning of the season, him trying to go back and it not being exactly easy for he or his wife to fit into that new system. So I think more of that is probably on its way.
Cool. Hopefully we'll get to see that.